students. Today we are going to start a new topic, that is heating effects of current. What is heating effect of current? The phenomenon of production of heat in a resistor by the flow of electric current through it. It is also called Joule heating. Why do we call it Joule heating? Because on the basis of this heating effect of current, Joule gave us Joule's law. We will discuss that later. The first thing is that why does a resistor gets heated up when electric current flows through it, or when a conductor is placed in an external electric field and current flows through it, why does it gets heated up? So let us understand the cause. Why does this happen? When potential difference is applied across the ends of a conductor, its free electrons get accelerated in the opposite direction of applied electric field. You all have studied this in our first unit, that whenever potential difference is applied, there is electric field across the ends of the conductor. Now, in current electricity, you studied that whenever we place the conductor in an external electric field, its free electrons get accelerated in the opposite direction of applied electric field. Now, during their motion, these electrons collide with ions and atoms of conductor, and they transfer their gained kinetic energy to the ions and atoms of the conductor. And the ions, they start vibrating about their mean position, and the average kinetic energy of ion keep on increasing. So what happens is, when electrons are moving with, they are accelerating actually, you know about this, you have studied this in L-drift velocity. So when they are accelerating in direction opposite to the applied electric field, they collide with ions and atoms of the conductor, and they transfer their kinetic energy to these ions. And now these ions, they start vibrating about their mean position, and slowly the average kinetic energy of ions keep on increasing, and this kinetic energy causes the thermal energy to increase, and this thermal energy causes the increase in temperature of the conductor. So this is the cause of heating of resistor and conductor when current flows through it. Now we come to Joule's law. What is Joule's law? For understanding this, let us consider this circuit. In this circuit, you can see there is a cell of potential difference V, and a resistor is connected to the cell through the circuit. Across the resistor, the potential difference will be V only, because we are providing potential V to the circuit. Now, the current starts flowing because of the potential difference, and the current I is flowing through the resistor. Let us say this current I is flowing in time t. So first of all, what will be the potential difference? The potential difference will be VA minus VB, because VA point is connected to the positive terminal of the circuit, and negative terminal is connected to B. So we know that A point, the potential at A point will be more than the potential at B point. Only then the current will flow from higher potential to lower potential. So what will be the magnitude of potential difference? That will be VA minus VB, and it will be greater than 0. Why? Because VA is greater than VB. Because of this potential difference, amount of charge flows from A to B in time t. So what is that amount of charge? That charge will be Q, and this will be equal to I into T by the definition of current. Now, as the charge Q moves through a decrease of potential of magnitude V. Why are we saying that decrease of potential of magnitude V? Because the charge is moving from higher potential to lower potential. So it is moving in the direction of decrease of potential. So the charge moves through a decrease of potential of magnitude V. When the charge is moving in the direction of decrease of potential, so its potential energy will also decrease by amount. How much potential energy will decrease? Let us say the potential energy is U. So potential energy U will be equal to final potential energy at B minus initial potential energy at A. So what is the formula of potential energy? You have studied it in electrostatics, that is Q into VB, right? So putting the formula QVB minus QVA. Taking Q out with negative sign, we get VA minus VB. Why do we want it to be in the form of VA minus VB? Because we have V, which will be greater than 0. Now, putting the value VA minus VB, instead of VA minus VB we will put V, that is the magnitude of potential. So our formula becomes minus QV is which is less than 0. So potential energy is negative at this point, right, because the charge is moving in the direction of decrease in potential. Now when the potential energy is changing, according to conservation of energy, kinetic energy will keep on increasing. Let us see how much change in kinetic energy will occur. Now kinetic energy is equal to minus U, that will be equal to QV, that is the you know that the value of potential energy has come to be QV, so it will become QV, and Q की value अभी हमने निकाली थी and that was IT, so it is IT into V. Now here we get change in kinetic energy and that is VIT, and it will be greater than 0. Why? Because V is greater than 0. Okay, now amount of energy dissipated as heat in conductor in time t is. Now we have already studied that the change in kinetic energy will increase the thermal energy, yani ke that means heat energy will be increased, or there will be the kinetic energy will be converted into thermal energy. So the kinetic energy which has been changed is VIT, and the same amount of heat energy will be dissipated in the conductor, so that let us represent it by H. H is equal to VIT, and this J is this unit, that is joule. So the heat, amount of heat dissipated will be potential into current, potential into current into time, and putting the value of V here we get I square RT, and if we put the value of I, then it will be V square upon R into T joule. You have to remember all these three forms: VIT joule, or I square RT joule, or V square upon RT joule. We will use these different formulae in different situations. Now this is in terms of joule. If we want to convert it into calorie, then we will divide it by 4.18, because 1 joule is equal to 4.18 1 calorie is equal to 4.18 joule. Now putting the values, VIT upon 4.18 calorie, you will divide all the equations in by 4.18, so that you can convert joule into calorie. Now we come to electric power. What is electric power? You have studied in 10th. Let's repeat it. The rate at which work is done by a source of EMF in maintaining an electric current through a circuit is called electric power of the circuit. Or in simple language we can say the rate at which appliance converts electric energy into other forms of energy. यानी कि वो रेट जिस पर जो हमारा appliance है वो convert करता है electric energy को दूसरे forms of energy में, that is called electric power. And in terms of work, if we talk about power, then it becomes the rate at which work is done by a source of EMF in maintaining an electric current through a circuit. Right, both are same thing. The second definition is in terms of energy, and the first definition is in terms of work done. And you have derived, or you know the formula of power, and you did it in class 10th. Let us do it again. If current I flows through a conductor or circuit for time t at a constant potential difference V, then work done or energy consumed, work done will be equal to VIT into J. Work done क्या है? J is your joule. Work done is energy. So work done, we have just derived the formula for energy, that is VIT. So work done is equal to VIT joule. Now power is work done per unit time. Right, so work done, the rate at which, that means work done per unit time. So power is equal to work done per unit time, VIT divided by T, so it comes out to be V into I. Right, this is power, and this is equal to I square R, and which is equal to V square upon R. So what is the difference in the formula of power and energy? Power is VI, or it is equal to I square R, it is or equal to V square by R, whereas heat energy is VIT. So when you multiply power with time, you get work done or energy, or power itself will be VI or I square R or V square by R. The SI unit of power is watt. It is represented by W. Let us define watt now. The power is 1 watt if it consumes energy at a rate of 1 joule per second. Right? When will we call the power of a conductor or any appliance to be 1 watt? When it consumes energy at the rate of 1 joule per second. There are different units of power which are used. 1 kilowatt, that is 1000 watt, and 1 megawatt, that is 10 raised to power 6 watt. The commercial unit of power is horsepower. It is equal to 746 watt. Then comes electric energy. Electric energy, that is the total work done. When we are talking about energy, that is in terms of work done, right? So total work done or energy supplied by the source of EMF in maintaining an electric current in a circuit. We do work. Charge is moving from one place to another, so work is being done, energy is being supplied to the charge, so that energy is called electric energy, and it maintains the electric current in the circuit. Now electric energy is equal to power into time, and this is equal to VIT joule, or this is equal to I square RT joule. The unit of the SI unit, you know, electric energy, that is joule, and 1 joule is equal to 1 watt into 1 second. Commercial unit, you can talk about 1 kilowatt hour. 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to power 6 joule, that is 1000 watt into 3600 seconds, and 1 watt hour, that is equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to power 3 joule. Now the next thing is, this is a very important topic, that is power consumption in a combination of appliances.